me see if I can. Hopefully I'm recording now. This meeting is now being recorded. So what I was saying was, what I've done is opened up the last 2 units of the term, and I've now posted the assignments. Oh yeah, November 10th. So both of these are due on November 10th. I keep thinking that November 10th is this Sunday, but it's not. It's next Sunday. It's Sunday week, a week from Sunday. So is there any questions about this? And so what I have done is I have linked this from the announcement that I posted. Here's the announcement that I posted showing our live session link. Here's a graphic of the antebellum era as we start to talk about, there's Manifest Destiny. We did that last week. We're on to sectionalism right now. So here is a direct link to that unit. And so if you click on that, it goes to this last part of this module. Call it a module, not a unit, okay? And then I've also linked the assignments right here. So we'll have a nice, clean finish to the semester. Now, here lately, I've been getting this question just about every day. And that is, when is the service learning project due? So I will, once again, tonight, go over the service learning project and what you're supposed to do. This is in addition to this right here. And so if I look at the course syllabus, I will see that I have, if I scroll all the way down here to the bottom, here is our calendar of events. And as you can also see, the union dissolves, that was supposed to be due this Sunday, but I've extended that because I just posted the assignment today. And the Civil War, that both of these assignments are due on the 10th, November 10th, right here, okay? Then for the last few weeks of the term, we're going to be doing our service learning project, where that is when some of you have already completed a lot of the service learning project and you're starting to turn that in. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. But at some point there needs to be a drop dead date where, yeah, you got to be getting something done here. And so I've set aside those last few weeks of the term for you to be able to do that. So the following week, your discussion questions are going to be done. Now remember, there are 3 pieces to this assignment, the service learning project, that have to be turned in. One is the participant diary, and what that is the document you fill out as you conduct your volunteer service. You're just documenting what you're doing. And then the second piece are these discussion questions right here, okay? And those have to be turned in, the discussion questions have to be turned in by the 17th. November 17th, the discussion questions have to be turned in. And then by the 24th of November, the auto photography presentation, or the presentation piece of this project. So what's going to happen is you're going to conduct 5 hours of community service. While you're doing that, you're going to be filling out the participant diary, okay? And once you have that completed and turned into me, then these discussion questions will open. And you'll be able to go to the discussion board and answer these discussion questions. Now, while you are conducting your community service, I want you to take pictures and make comments about what you're seeing, feeling, hearing, doing, all of that good stuff, because you are going to put your experience in a presentation form. And so you're going to want to have some visuals to go along with your presentation. Okay, so the presentation is due by the 24th of November. Now you're probably wondering to yourself, well, what am I supposed to put in this presentation? Well, here's the really good thing. You can use these discussion questions as a guide to put together your presentation. In fact, you can label your presentation, the slides, based on these questions. That's perfectly fine, okay? Because that's going to give you more to talk about. So you may be wondering to yourself, where's the participation diary, okay? And where's the information about the presentation and the discussion questions? Well, if I go back up here to the top of our course and I click on Table of Contents, then I will see there is a Service Learning Project module. If I click on that, it will open up some different pages here that you can find these assignments. In fact, one is titled what are the assignments? And here you can go directly to the participant diary. I don't have this linked because the thing is, if you don't turn this participant diary in, you won't be able to see the discussion questions. Because you only see the discussion questions when you turn in the participant diary. That way I can make sure that you do the participant diary. And then here is the drop box for the auto photography presentation. Okay. Who has a question? I'll see if I can do this. Who has a question? Somebody must have a question. I get an email from somebody every single day asking when the Service Learning Project is due. Every single day. All right, I linked that, but if you click on it, you won't be able to access it. And the reason you won't be able to access it is because you have this participant diary. Let's see who's, my email didn't work. My email didn't work for me. Your email didn't work for me. I don't understand. What are you saying? 5 hours. However many it takes you to do 5 hours. What do you mean my email didn't work for you? What do you mean by that? My email didn't work. I want you to document 5 hours of community service. It didn't work when I went to email you. Well, it's Stokes_Kimberly. There's no number behind my name. It's columbusstate.edu. Guys, do not email me through CougarView. If that's what you're trying. If you're coming up here trying to email me, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Just go to my CSU, right? Y'all know how to access that. Okay. No, do not email me through CougarView, and I have that in the syllabus somewhere. But if you go log on to mine looks a little bit different because I'm an instructor, so you don't have this whole faculty staff thing here. But when you log on to my CSU and you click on Gmail, that opens up your CSU Gmail, and that is where you should email me. Okay? If you try to email me through CougarView, chances are it's not going to go through, or it's going to act weird like Tucker said. CougarView doesn't have a good email system. Or you can text me at the number. Now, I know things are really getting busy, guys, and I know that some of you have texted me and I haven't responded. I'm sorry, but I am here every Wednesday night. These are recorded. They do get posted. So the other question is this, and I'm working on a way to try to make this happen because Oh, Keely, okay, yeah, Keely has a really good question here. Is there a very specific rubric for the presentation? Well, there's not, but if you want me to create a rubric, I will. Would you like a rubric, Cody? Okay, I will come up with a rubric. Keely, thank you for your question, because Keely says that she is doing some online volunteering with Chemo Angels, some of the online organizations that I showed you. And the Keely's question says that it says that you can't share certain things. I understand that, like pictures. And so my expectation for you, Keely, is that hopefully maybe you're doing some kind of work at your computer or something like that. What I would like is for maybe you to take a selfie of yourself doing this, okay? You can also go to Creative Commons royalty-free pictures on the just do a Google search and get a royalty-free picture and use something like that, because I completely understand that hospitals and things with HIPAA violations, that they're not going to allow you to take pictures. But I think that you can take a picture of yourself, okay? And you can find some stock photos, okay, of some stock photos of whatever it is you are doing with the angels. Yes, the PowerPoint is explaining what the community service is. Good question. Keely, did I answer your question? When I say stock photos, I mean like free photos that are royalty free that you're free to use. Okay. I mean, obviously, if you're not able to do something, I'm not going to hold you responsible for doing that. If you're not able, there is a. Oh yeah, that sounds great. Okay, yeah, explaining all of that. That would be great. That would be perfect. Okay. Here's a thing that I want to make sure I tell you guys, because I'm still working out a way for this. I agreed to allow you to exempt a week's assignment for the week you are doing your service learning project. Okay, while you're working on your 5 hours of community service. Okay. And I intend to honor that, because I'm now getting responses and emails from people saying, I want to, exempt. Okay, that's fine. First, this material is going to be on the final exam, and you're still responsible for knowing the material. That's the first thing. The second thing is I have to figure out a way to exempt you, set up the grade book, and exempt you from this. And I haven't quite figured out how to do that. So at some point, I'm going to ask you to tell me which assignments you are exempting, okay? And that's, I'll be getting that done here in the next day or two, because now I'm starting to get some requests. But just understand that all of this material is going to be on the final exam, and you're going to be responsible for it. Okay. So you may not have to turn in the worksheet, but I would definitely read the chapter and make sure you understand what's going on in that one time period. I'm going to try to post something by this weekend about that. Do I give a final study guide? I haven't in the past, I don't think. I'm trying to think if I gave one last term or not. I might be able to come up with something. Our final exam, it's just from the book. The final exam only covers anything that you have read in the book or we have worked out on a worksheet. Okay? No surprises in here. There's no surprises. Every question I'll be able to go back and say, look, see, it was there. That is correct, Tucker. The presentation. Tucker, when you see the discussion questions for that service learning project, it'll make more sense to you as to what I want for the presentation. So there are certain things that you can use from the discussion questions to then turn around and put in your presentation. Okay? In fact, I've already said, if you want to title your slides in your presentation the same as those different discussion questions, that's perfectly fine. Was it Cody that said he wanted a rubric for the presentation? But I can also give you a rubric. I'll work on that. Before I say anything about that, let me go to the if you well, that was here. Hold on. Oh, I thought I had this here. I will put that information on here. I could have swore that was on here. Maybe it's in the other class. Is the participant diary here? Oh yeah, it's right there. I really thought that was on here. I'll have something posted by this weekend about that. I thought this was here. I think it is in the other. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see, I thought it was here. This assignment, you're asked to document your experience through media. You may take no less than 5 pictures or record a 2-minute video. So it doesn't really have to be a PowerPoint presentation. If you want to do a video, you can do that, or a combination of the two. That captures your service learning experience. You will add the media to a PowerPoint presentation or other presentation software of your choice and give a description. Okay, and by the way, if anybody needs a presentation software other than PowerPoint, Adobe Spark is good. Okay, so I say here, tell me about the things, people, actions in the photos and or video. Your description should be in the range of 150 to 200 word count. Please submit your completed assignment to the appropriate Dropbox, which is what I'm reading from. You can make it exciting, Tucker. Well, you know, you'll see how it goes. Okay, so that's the presentation. Anybody else have any questions? Yeah, exactly, Tucker. Exactly. So, hopefully you'll have enough time to do all of this. And I have to figure out a way that will allow me to exempt you from this work and it not be a nightmare. Yes. We're in the last 2 units of the last 2 topics of the semester. This class ends with the Civil War. So we're going to dissolve the Union, and then we are going to fight the Civil War. Yes, that is correct, Tucker. Look, if you come over here to the syllabus, if you click on the course syllabus, and then scroll down to, after it stops spinning, round and round. And then scroll down to the bottom where you see the schedule. So here we are. This is this week, chapter 14, the Union dissolves. Next week, it's going to be fighting the Civil War. And then this last few weeks, couple of weeks, is the service learning project, getting the service learning project done, whether it be conducting your service, getting your discussion questions. Everything needs to be wrapped up. I mean, I'm going to have a due date for those discussions to be done by the 17th. That's the due date for those discussions. And then the due date for that presentation is the 24th of November. Anybody have any other questions? Oh, I see one right here. Is it extra credit if we don't ask to be opt out? No, I can't do that, but I will be offering extra credit for folks, and I will be I'm going to try to get that posted in the coming weeks. Well, I'm posting extra credit, and this is completely optional. But I'm going to post extra credit because I don't take late work, and there have been people who have missed assignments, and I did not take them because I don't take late work. And so now their grade is not where they want it to be. And I'm not talking about it's like a B or anything, just like really bad or pretty bad. And so those folks need an opportunity to recover. And so I will offer up some extra credit to try to help them out. But it's open to anybody who wants to do the extra credit can do it when it's posted. It's not posted yet, but I will be posting it. Okay, well, I think we've come to the end of our 30 minutes here, about 4 minutes shy, but I really don't have anything else to talk about. So unless you have another question for me, then you're free to go. Yes, Cody, you will know your grade going into the final. And you will know your grade. I'll get that final exam graded pretty quickly, so it's not going to be any big mystery as to what your grade is. What I'll post to Banner, the CSU Gods, to the official grades that go on your transcript. Does anybody else have any other questions? The semester's gone by fast, I think. It's gone by pretty quick. Sarah, do you plan to use this new volunteer opportunity to talk about in your presentation or part of your participant diary? I mean, I've had not several, but I've had a few students change what they were going to do from what they initially thought they would do. So I don't really know how to answer your question because I guess I'm not sure what you're asking. Clarify that. I see. So, Tucker, if you go to my CSU, if you go to my CSU and click on that Google email, you're going to be fine if you email Stokes_Kimberly. Okay. Sarah, it sounds to me like what you're asking is that you want to change what you initially signed up for, what you initially told me about, right? Is that correct? And if that's the case, yes, I think I would like to know what it is you're changing to, because if it's something that, you know, wouldn't fall in line as being good community service, then you'd want to know that before, you did it. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That sounds fine. You can do that. And that's fine for the group. You can make it work. Or you can change your group if you like. Can't believe nobody's in Culture Club. Culture Club's one of the best groups. They're all good groups. Does anybody else have a question? Got it. Make it work. Sounds like you just made it work, so that's fine. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to come back and say, no, that's not right. That's horrible. I'm not going to do that. Anybody else have a question? Keely, Jacqueline, y'all fine? Are you okay? Or bye, Keely. Thanks for coming tonight. Have a good night, Jacqueline. Reach out to me if you have any questions. If y'all don't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and end the meeting. Y'all have a great night. Happy Halloween.